Nagode. Once again, this is DFN Show with yours truly, Sonny Iraboyo, on your number one non-stop gospel radio, broadcasting live from the Diocesan Palace in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. We thank God for life, wherever you are listening from, all over the world. We want to say good evening to you. Thank you so much for being part of this show, and thank you for all the messages. We thank God that we are alive, for the fact that you are living, you've not gone to the pit. You have every reason to say thank you to Baba God. So we are welcoming you to the show today. The show is going to be, as usual, it's going to be interactive, it's going to be informative. All you need to do is to sit tight and enjoy every bit of the show, because on this show, we are bringing you a lot of information. So we are continuing with that Nagode song, and when I will be coming back, we'll give you details about the FN show.
This is Lagoon Radio.
Woo!
Welcome back from that musical break from our very own Solomon Lang, telling us Nagode. We need to thank God. We need to thank God for everything. So what we are bringing to you today is to share information with you. And today on the show, we are telling you that Nigerian youth keep suffering due to ignorance and peer pressure. Worrisome about this heightened state of drug abuse in the northern parts of Nigeria are also young people like you and I, who are the worst victim of this cankerworm. Some years back, it was reported that in Kano State alone, 3 million bottles of codeine consumed on a daily basis. That is dying. Has anything changed in terms of drug abuse in the northern parts of this country? This is the conversation we shall be having today. Because you know, the young people are the ones that are receiving the damages. So today we are focusing on the northern parts of Nigeria. Let us look at the drug abuse issue. If over 3 million bottles of codeine consumed in a day years back, has anything changed? Is the scenario changing, or there are decrease? So we will be focusing on how we can look at all this issue, and we'll be having a guest that will be talking to us on this particular issue. So you know what? As I always tell you, the DFN show is a show that is here to educate you, to make sure that you are informed about the dangers of drug abuse. And you know, DFN show is one of the best shows that we always bring you this information. And on Lagoon Radio, your number one non-stop gospel radio, we are bringing this to you live. Once again, you are welcome to the show. All you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to make sure that you grab your handset wherever you are, download the Lagoon Radio from the Google Play Store or Apple Store so that you can be part of this conversation. Better still, you can listen to us live on www.Lagoonradio.Ng so that you can be part of this conversation. Also on the social media platforms, you can be there also to drop your comments, your messages. We'll be glad to hear from you. That is why we are here, so that this particular topic can be interactive. It is our youthful issue, and we need to deal with the issue very decisively using our youth also. So today, we are glad that we are going to be talking to you, and a youth all the way from the northern parts of Nigeria will be joining me on the show. So don't know what? Don't go anywhere. We are still on Nagode on the FN show. Welcome back from DFN show. Welcome back to DFN show on your number one non-stop gospel radio, broadcasting live from the Diocesan Palace in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. As I've told you before, the Nigerian youth are the worst victim of this canker one called drug abuse. And if you've been very, very conversant with news all over the place, we were told some years back that over 3 million bottles of codeine were consumed in a particular state, northern part in this country, Kano precisely. And we as young people, we are saying that this is not the best way to go. So we have a guest that will be talking to us today on the topic drug abuse in the northern Nigeria and the roles of young people. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome to our own very own show, the DFN show on Lagoon Radio, Muhammad Abdullahi, the founder and executive director of Guided Minds Initiative. My brother, how are you doing? And good evening to you. Welcome to the FN show.
Good evening, everyone.
You're welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be one of the presenters of this great talk show, and I'm very glad to be.
Are you still there? Hello? Muhammad, how are you? Are you still there? It seems we are having some network problems with our guest. I think we'll be trying to reach him back so that we can continue with this conversation. As we said before, drug abuse in the northern part of this country, it is very, very worrisome. And we felt that we are the receiving end. We as young people, we are the worst victim of this canker worm. And we need these same youths to drive the message down. That is why on our show today, we are having him a guest on our program that will be talking to us. How are you, my brother? Are you still there? We're expecting him to. We'll be trying to reach out on the network is bad. So as I was saying, drug has been a major problem in the northern part of this country. How do? Hello, are you back? Yeah. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So, I'm very happy to be with you today in this moment to share some facts on drug abuse in northern Nigeria.
Yeah.
So, as we all know, Nigeria is one of those countries that is counted among the African countries that consume herbs of northern Nigeria precisely. The rate of drug abuse in northern Nigeria is very alarming. I think last week on Wednesday, there is a program held in Kano State, which the chief executive of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, in person of Lion Brigadier General Buba Marwa, he one of the attendees, he's one of the guests, and he talked about the rate and the rate of drug abuse precisely in Kano State, how it is being consumed by both men and women. Because today in northern Nigeria, it's not only the men that are taking drugs, rather the females take drugs a lot, because our research here is if you see a lady, if you see four men, the research by UNODC, if you see four men, among them there is a lady. So, and what we all know that the ladies are more than the men, and they took these drugs because you wouldn't even know that they are taking it, because they are not taking it. Not only the cigarettes that they are taking, rather the some substance that they are taking, which is very harmful for them and harmful for their children and also the society, because the women are mothers of the society. If they are good, the society is good. If they are bad, the society is also bad. So this drug abuse in northern Nigeria is very alarming, because now with what we are seeing, with all what we are seeing here, even the students, because I teach what we do, because the students are not concentrating well. Most of them, you see them outside the classes having some bush. You see them in the bush doing smoking weed and other things like that. But despite the effort of some organizations, and there are some voluntary organizations, like there is voluntary uniform organizations that stand firm to see that the society is better. All those things now they are all taken care of. So, with what I can say, drug abuse in northern Nigeria, yes, there is a lot of youth. There are a lot of organizations which they stand firmly saying that we have a better society. We have better generation that are coming up. Because with what we are seeing now, with what we are going through now, if it can continue, I'm telling you that we will not have a sensible generation. Why? Because most of our youth, we will see them. Our youth, you will see them. They are not in their senses, because someone will come and ask something. A scenario just happened here. An in-law bites the father of his wife. He bites the father of his wife on his ear. He even cut the ear with his mouth, and he is drunk, because someone that is in senses can't do that. So we are having serious problem here. But I am very sure, I'm pretty sure that all these measures will be taken and things will be better very soon.
Well, I want
And
to
also,
yes, I want to
okay,
ask you based on your experience, Abdullah. I want to ask you this question: what are those drugs that, because I was in Niger State about 2 years ago, I was part of my tour. I visited Niger State, and I saw that even the lizard excreta, they were sunning such lizard excreta. What they do is to blend it and be smoking. Now, has anything changed? What are the dynamics when you talk about the drug abuse thing? What are those frequently used drugs? What are the experimentation that these northern youth are going into in terms of drug abuse? Can you lead us out into the new intakes?
seriously, youth are taking drugs seriously here where I live, near me. But despite the effort of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, they can't do it alone. They need, even though they are government, but they need support of the government that will give them necessary support that they can take their activities seriously. And what I can see, even here in Mina, there are a lot of gangs that I know. That there is a place, particular place, when you go there, you know that yes, there's definitely that place they are taking with. They are take all types of substances, not even taking. They are even dealers, let me say dealers, they are selling it. Yeah, publicly, everybody knows that they are doing that. But it can be something that will be treated once. Why? Because if the agency will stand and to fight that, there are some people that are behind. There are some people that will come behind, and even they will arrest them or to do something that will stop it. There are some people that those boys, they are using them in one or two of their own self-interest or self-activity. So if the youth are not well educated, not even educated, using their education, because there is education, there is education, there is using education. Because you see students taking drugs, and they are in school, they are educating them, but it is not enough for them. It is when you use that education that is where it will work. And also, I will give example of the school I just finished when I dropped with your president. We've been receiving a lot of complaints by some people around. By some people around the area of the school environment, and even the hostel. There are some students that are taking it, and they're even selling it in the hostel. So when we start by enlightening the students and the management, then those people start listening us. Then we say, so let us take another action, and we take another action, and by God's willing, by now what I'm saying, almost, let me say, almost 70% of drug use in that college is reduced, because there are a lot of activities that we've been doing to see that, yes, we're enlightening them, we enlighten them so that they should know the dangers and the effects. Because even if you know something, you are educated in it, you might not be educated in it. If you know the implications and you go through it, that is, you take yourself to danger. You take yourself to danger intentionally. But if you are not educated on that, so you see there are a lot of hula balloons on that. So that is that of drug intake by the youth. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be going on a musical break. Don't go anywhere. Just hold on, hold your thoughts. We'll be coming back to you. Want to play this musical? Go for this musical break, and when we are back, I will let people can talk to you even on the social media platforms everywhere. I want them to drop their messages across the social media platforms, and we're gonna be letting you know. I want us to bring whatever you are doing right now to salvage the lives of young people to the show. In other words, you are going to tell us what the Guided Minds initiative is all about, and we'll be right back after this musical break.
You are listening to Lagoon Radio.
Some trust in chariots, some trust in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord. Some trust in their skills, others trust in their kings, but we trust in the name of the Lord. When the arm of flesh will fail them, we'll still be standing tall, cause we trust in the name of the Lord. When they say there's a casting down, we will say there's a lifting up, cause we trust in the name of the Lord. If the Lord doesn't build a house, then we labor in vain, but we trust in the name of the Lord. If the Lord doesn't watch the city, then we stay awake in vain, but we trust in the name of the Lord. Greater is he who is in me than he who is in the world. I triumph in suaga rainy. Menene zambaga, chetona, tonga herinka, suaga rainy. Yabo, nagazuchia, yabo, nagazuchia, yabo, nagazuchia.
Yes, they're enjoying Solomon Lange, Yabo, Yabo, Yabo. That is the music coming from a very distinguished gospel artist of our time. We are blessed with great talent in this country, and that is why we don't want talent to die. And once young people begin to engage in any form of drugs, their destiny or their mentality might be shifted, by not reaching the destiny which God has given to them. So on DFN show, we are ensuring that we are guided. Every one of us is guided in order for we to attain the heights that God has destined for us. We are having our guest. His name is Muhammad Abdullah. Is the founder, executive director, Guided Minds Initiative. Once again, we want to welcome you to DFN show, my brother.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. So before we went to that break, we were trying to, find out what are the types of drugs young people are going to right now. Here in Lagos, Colorado is killing everybody. Young people, what they are going to right now is that Colorado. And my brother, it is dying. And we can no longer fold our arms and watch the lives of young people destroyed. That is why some of us, we are taking the bull by the horn in order for we to address this fundamental issue. And you're doing a great job. You over in the northern part of this country, you're also doing a great job. And that is why we feel that, hey, we should bring you to DFN show so that you can talk to us. Now, talk to us about what is Guided Mind Initiative is all about.
Okay, welcome back once again. Thank you. Guided Minds Initiative, it was funded early this year, 2021, with the aim and view of seeing a better society. That is the motto, towards a better society. Guided Minds Initiative was initiated after I graduated from College of Education, then saying that yes, I've been serving and seeing the proceed of drug-free society. Let us continue. We're supposed to have an initiative that will continue with that activity that we've been doing since during my school. That is why we come up with Guided Minds Initiative. And Guided Minds Initiative, it is the primary activity that we want to test is drug abuse advocacy, then community development services and behavioral change processes. So, on and what the objective that we want to achieve towards a better society, want to develop an awareness and sense of responsibility among the high-risk groups and above to stay away from drugs. And also, we want to educate parents on drug abuse problems and to help them realize their own potential and responsibility towards preventive efforts. And also, we want to increase awareness and knowledge of teachers, school workers, and members of the community, like parents, teachers associations, to engage them on drug and their role on prevention for their children. And also, we want to heighten the community awareness leading to its involvement in drug prevention efforts. There are a lot of things we want to achieve. A lot of things we want to achieve towards this better society. One of the programs we want to have is like a seminar and also drug abuse classes, drug abuse education classes, which we've already started with the students. We will just give them a lecture on drug education educate them on drug dangers, educate them, let them know the dangers, and let them know the dangers and the effects of drug abuse in the community and the society at large.
Yes, Abdul, I want to ask you this question. Hold your thoughts. I want to ask you this question. In Niger State, I know how Niger State is. Is the government of the day responding in terms of giving you the support that you need to carry this message to the rural community, even the schools? Is the government of the day responsible or responsive to you?
Yes, that's true. No, let me say, so we are just starting and we are hoping, but sincerely, most of these activities will be lagging behind, let's say, most especially in Lagos State. If you see support, mostly it's people outside Lagos State that will support you. Because most of our people here, you already know how it is. But sincerely, we are having a serious challenges in terms of taking our activities. Because most of the times it is our student pocket that we use. What I mean by student pocket, little pocket that we are using in order to see how we can get to our fellow brothers and sisters. Those that are in schools, those that are in also streets. So we've been doing our own possible best, but sincerely we are facing a lot of challenges in terms of taking our activities.
Now, I want to also, what are the communication processes, which you also mentioned, you talked about the behavioral change and all that is part of the things you want to ensure that you achieve under the guided mind initiatives, right? Now, I want you to talk to us about the communication process. How has it been? Have you been talking to these people in Hausa language, or you've been using the general language, which is English, to communicate to them? And how have they been receiving your message?
And as I told you earlier, we already started. We are having the formal school, we are having the Islamia here. We've been going to them and we are speaking with them in Hausa language in order for them to understand. And we are collaborating with the NDLE. When we are going there, NDLE will tell them the mechanism. They will show them physical problems and dangers of taking drugs, and they will even show them sample of drugs. That is one. And for the formal, like the schools, we've been going there, like my school, the school I'm teaching, I'm doing a voluntary teaching like this in Hilltop Model School. We started, even today, we intended sharing them flyers and formal drug education, because before after my class, then I would just say one or two things and just say a word to them, but they should just be taking some key words in drug education. But formally, how we intended doing, we want to have a class, select some students, after giving them, then they will pass the information to others. Because we cannot get them all, because we are not having that enough power to do that. So with the family programs, community programs, and youth programs, like the family programs, we intended what we are planning on having like the information that we want to give for the families, like drug abuse symptoms. The skills that we want them to have is like parenting skills. Then they should know some method, and what we want them to get is the service is family therapy. And for the schools, we want them to know the drug effects, the effects of drug abuse. Then they should know the resistance tools and the norms of change. Then we'll collaborate with the school counseling clinic so that they should help us. Even though we are not there, then they will help us by giving them some orientation on drug abuse. That is one of the things. And for the youth, we are to have social skills and drug free zones. And that is the target, to have a drug free zone so that we should get them involved. And the main target is, the main activities is preventive activities. That is what we intended and what we want to do by special grace of God.
Now, I want to ask you, now let's look at the age brackets. Like here in Lagos, we've seen a situation where a boy of 5 smoking marijuana, but according to United Nations, an office on drugs and crime, in the year 2018, that age 19 and 39 are the worst user. But based on our own personal research, community-based sensitization, and outreach, we've seen where this underage also engage in this drug abuse in the northern part of Nigeria. Based on your own experience, okay, what is the age? What is the age bracket of these young individuals that are going into drug abuse?
Sincerely, the age range, yes, they say it like 10 or 19 or 15 above. But sincerely, you see a child of 8, 10, 12 years is involved in all this drug abuse. So the age range is very alarming. It's very, very alarming. A boy that you know that, yes, this boy is very gentle, but just in some days, the society will change him if care is not taken. The society will change him. That is why we made mention of having a family-based program, because the family has a key role to play. But most of the families, they don't know. They don't know how to take all this responsibility. So
Ahmed, hold your thoughts there. We'll be coming back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that you can be part of this conversation by simply dropping your messages across our social media platforms on Facebook, at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram, the same thing, at Lagoonradio.Ng, so that you can be part of this conversation. All you need to do is to drop your messages, and we'll be glad to relate with you even after the show, because we know this is a conversation that we want to continue to talk about, because it's all about Nigeria. It's all about young people. We must give them the needed attention. We've been having our guest from Niger State. He is Muhammad Abdullah. He's the founder and executive director, Guided Mind Initiative. We sincerely thank you for being part of this show today. When I'm back from this musical break, we will continue, and I'm going to give a very, very big shout out to my father in the Lord, a man who has given us this platform for which to reach out to many people across the globe. Now we're going on this break.
You are listening to Lagoon Radio.
Torí kò sí ibòmíràn tí a lè lọ, àjò lè dàbí ilé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan, gbé kémi gbé. síbòmíràn tí a lè lọ àjò lè dàbí ilé ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan gbé kémi gbé. Ó yẹ kájọ ṣàṣàrò ló dára ká finú inú ká fikùn lukùn kí Nàìjíríà tó lè tẹ̀síwájú. Ogun ọ̀tẹ̀ yìí ti tó ká gbàgbé ìjà ẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà Haúsá Ìgbò pẹ̀lú Yorùbá ṣe láṣàjọjì ìjà òmìnira ni a tún mára wájà èdìrẹ́ ogun èṣù yìí gbé kájọ gbé ó yẹ kájọ gbé kémi gbé ó yẹ kájọ gbé Jésù kémi gbé Nàìjíríà yìí ti gbogbo wa ó máa gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sí ibòmíràn tí a lè lọ àjò lè dàbí ilé ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan gbé kémi gbé. Ọmọ ìyá kan náà ṣálájẹ́ ìjà ló dé torí lòwe nípa ọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú wa èyí ló kó bá gbogbo wa ló kó bá ọrọ̀ ajé wa.
Torí kò má lè jẹ́ kí ìjà máa wà ìjàmbá ti tó kábàárì àbúyá.
Torí àwọn ọmọ wa tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn kí la fẹ́ sọ pé àgbélé ayé ṣe gbé kájọ gbé bóyá kájọ gbé kémi gbé bóyá kájọ gbé kémi gbé Nàìjíríà yìí ti gbogbo wa ní ó máa gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sí ibòmíràn tí a lè lọ àjò lè dàbí ilé ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́pọ̀.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're holding it down on DFN show with Sonny Rabo on your number one non-stop gospel radio, broadcasting live from the city of Lagos, Nigeria. And we'll be listening to our evergreen Sonny Ade, Let Us Lift Nigeria Up. All we need, young people, is to make sure we lift Nigeria up. Don't allow drugs to destroy your life. That is why the DFN show is here, coaxing a man who has believed so much in the lives of young people. And I have said it time and over again, that once you thank people, they think of your life will be fuller. I want to thank the diocesan bishop and the missioner himself, the Right Reverend Dr. Humphrey Bamishebi Olumakaiye, for giving us this golden opportunity, this international platform to reach out to many people across the globe. My Lord, we cannot thank you enough. We pray that God will continue to empower you so that you can continue to do more for young people. Once again, we say thank you. So, Abdullah, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. So before we went to that break, we are letting you know how your programs, how can the message be properly, be tailored, because the language also is very important. Now, before we finally go out of this show, we want you to talk to young people who are the receiving end of this same drug abuse thing. What is your message to young people?
Thank you once again for having me here. My message for my fellow youth. One is love yourself, then others will love you. Don't allow drug abuse to ruin your life. You have only one life to live. If you spoil it, no one can have any life extra for you. And also, my own call is, let's get educated on drug abuse. And my fellow youth, I am drawing your attention most especially the women. If you have problem, if you have any problem, you have parents. If you have problem with your parents, don't take it to your boyfriend. Don't take it to anybody. Pray, God will assist you. Because many of our youth today, if any boy will give you a penny, a kobo, he needs something from you, and that can destroy your life. So my call on you is, let's focus, let's fight this drug abuse together. You should be a change. Be a change of yourself. Then try to see how you can save another person's life. Let him also save another person's life. 1 to save 10, 10 to save others. Thank you.
Finally, on Guided Minds Initiative, is there any program right now that is ongoing and you want young people to be part of the program?
Yes, we are having a webinar on 17th, 18th, and 19th of this September. So I will love each and every youth, even my elders, to be part of that program, and it will hold in a WhatsApp platform. So any interested member, any interested candidate can call or chat or WhatsApp, so that we give him the link that you register and be part of this program. Because it will very educative, because the message will be from the horse's mouth. The likes of the NDLA headquarters, I shouldn't give an expo till you are part of the program. You will see it yourself. Thank you.
All right. Once again, we want to thank you so much, very sincerely, for being part of DFN show today. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to gladly inform you that for you to advertise your goods and services, you can reach out to our marketing department so that we can sell your goods and services. This is the best platform in which you can use to sell your goods and services to people out there. So all you need to do is to call our marketing department so that we can help you sell your goods and services. Once again, you've been listening to the voice of Muhammad Abdullahi, the founder and executive director of Guided Mind Initiatives, all the way from Niger State, where we are trying to see how we can salvage the lives of young people in the north, because research have shown that a lot of young people are going into drug abuse, and in the northern part of this country it is crazy, and we don't want our young people to go insane. That is why the likes of Muhammad Abdullahi, they are on the feet just the way we are doing our own thing here in Lagos and across all the state. Is also in the northern part, so that he can continue to sensitize people on the dangers of drug abuse. When I'm going to be signing out of the show, time is never our friend as far as this show is concerned. That is why we are saying that come advertise, come and sponsor this show, so that we can have the luxury of time to discuss. Are we playing another Sunny Ade? Let us just feel a little bit of Sunny Ade before we call it off from DFN show.
Make we go join hands together, make we country better. No say I no tell you. What's up? Samarin Nigeria, Mutaga Nigeria, Yamata Nigeria, Mutaga Nigeria, Muhata Hanomo.
Thank God for today's show. We thank God. We thank you all for listening to DFN show. Youth, what you need to do is to abstain. Abstinence is the best answer to the issue of drug abuse. Say no to peer pressure. Learn to say no, irrespective of the peer pressure that is coming your way. Learn to say no. See, I come your way again next week. Keep listening to Lagoon Radio, your number one non-stop gospel radio. Remember, you are too good for drugs.
Oh, sweet home, let me join